Good morning, everybody. Crypto Whiskey here, ringing in the new year, January 3rd, first day back in the markets. Let's get started. Right here, we have today, Meta is going to be one of my big players that I'm going to watch pretty hard today. This being said, first I want to say the DXY, which is a just super great indicator of direction of markets, has got a huge bullish engulfing candle and is on a rip. Let's see where that goes when market opens. But you know the levels, we got them lined out. Meta right here is been building this, I guess, somewhat symmetrical triangle, just kind of pointing the same direction it's been going, the downtrend, which we've been sticking with the trend. And until it gives us some kind of indication that the trend's over, my bias is still down. But what we have showing right now is a breakout. As you can see right here, we've had a couple of breakout candles on the 4-hour here. And pre-market, we're up $1 or so, $1.38. What I want to see is if we get a break today of 122.93, if we get a break above that, like pretty substantial, not just by a penny, if we get a break above that, I want to buy calls and probably give them several weeks, by several weeks' time. I want to buy calls above that 122.93. If we can get above that, buy calls, and we're looking for 138.37 as the 100% measured move from this breakout. If we tend to break down today, if this market reverses shortly after open and we go back red, which that's kind of what I think is going to happen today. That's just kind of my gut feeling, judging by the DXY and the VIX. I would think that if we got a breakdown below 120.12, then we're going straight to 112.73, the bottom of that range again. So that's what I want to do. Below 120.12, 120-ish, below 120, I want to be in puts all the way down to 112. Buy yourself a couple weeks. If we break above the 122.93, I want to be in calls all the way up to 138.37. Pretty simple. You watch it. Don't enter the trade until it breaks those levels. Don't say, oh, it's close. Let me take this thing. Is tricky. Meta's real tricky, but the markets are tricky. They will tap that area and then turn on you in a heartbeat, showing it as resistance or support. Let it break that area. We're playing the meat of the trend. We're not trying to predict it, and we're not trying to jump in on the last car of the train. We want to jump in right in the middle and make those gains and get out. That's Meta. Next one. I think we've got to pay attention to Tesla again. It's just been moving. It's had so much volume, so much interest, both directions. But they're showing Tesla's down $4 right now, like 3.5% pre-market, which you got to be careful with that. I wouldn't trust that trend. We have Tesla on the 4-hour right now. My thoughts are, if we break below 117.80 today, I want to get in puts, and probably I would say a good 2 to 3 weeks out. I want to be in puts below 117.80, and I want to play it all the way down to 110 and 103. Those are my downside targets. If this thing gets a bounce, which is completely understandable, and we did have somewhat of a bounce off of one of my levels here, which was a fib level of 107. We got a bounce off of it, which is understandable. That's where it would turn around, is at that fib level. But it could be just a minor reaction rally. It's not showing massive strength, but it is creeping. So, that being said, if we break above, if we get back above this level right here where we closed, anything over 120.99, so let's just say 121. Anything over 121, I want to be in calls looking for a kind of big relief rally up to 134. That's where I want to be. Some of these others, if you want to buy further out, a month or two out, I think you might could see as high as 167. But we got to remember that the macro environment of our economic situation in our world today is bearish. So you have to have that bearish bias in your heart, remembering that we're playing the trend. We're not looking for the needle in the haystack, which is a big green day, what we're doing is we're just trying to shovel the hay. As long as there's a pile of hay there to the downside, just want to keep shoveling it. Hey, and if you happen to find the needle and get pricked, oh well, you get back up and you keep shoveling. Because and then at that point, you know the needle's gone and you're right back in the trend. So that's just how I look at it. Don't search for the needle in the haystack. Just shovel the hay, and if you get pricked, it's okay. You'll live to fight another day and move on. Guys, that's what I'm watching hard today. We got lots of other plays being set up in Discord right now. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, tick the little bell to get notifications when I post watch list or go live at night. And please go check out our Discord, 7-day free trial. After that, only $5 a month. Every member so far that we have signed up has made their money back in their free trial. Every one of them has made enough money to cover almost an entire year of fees in their 7-day trial. So, guys, remember that. This is a great group. Go check it out. Thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow.